Hey guys, welcome back to another one. This is Crypto Elite. In today's video, we are going to be talking about someone big that is going to buy Bitcoin and a lot of Bitcoin, and we will discuss that today, and then we'll follow that up with what I am actually starting to do as well in the crypto space as far as buying and selling and averaging in or not or pausing. So let's dig into the overall big news, and it came straight from Bitcoin Magazine. This was actually a very nice article to see the headline, which is the president of El Salvador is going to start buying one Bitcoin every single day. And he just announced this yesterday to the country that they would begin purchasing one Bitcoin every single day. The move to dollar cost average DCA into Bitcoin is common in the community. However, it's a first for an entire nation state. So if you're unfamiliar, what El Salvador did was actually the first of a kind as well. So the fact that they are going to double down on their original purchase, as you can see here, currently the country holds a Bitcoin treasury of 2,381 BTC, valued at over $39 million, and they are going to continue to do that. Previously, they made a habit of making large chunks of BTC purchases at times of high market volatility in buying the dip. So now they are going to continue that strategy, but instead of buying large chunks, they're just slowly averaging in one BTC per day, which for a huge country, even though it's a small country, it may not seem like a lot at a time when you have MicroStrategy that purchases hundreds, if not thousands of BTC at a time, but one per day, every single day will get the job done as well. So in September, it was announced that over 30 countries with over 110 speakers, including speakers and attendees from Mexico, would gather to discuss the financial inclusion. And during the visit, there was a lot of big names, which we'll check out here in a second, and there is action that they checked out from Bitcoin Beach in El Salvador. And as you can see here, this is another article from Bitcoin Magazine that kind of goes over that. It talks about the 30 countries and 110 speakers. As we can see here, the first 2 days of the event, it took place in the Crown Plaza Convention Center, where there was a bunch of speakers, and there's just a lot of big things going on, and it's where El Salvador came out and said that they wanted to be the Singapore of Central America, so a very affluent country. So that is something that happened previously, and they are just continuing to, like I said, double down on that. So some of the big names is the state treasurer from North Carolina in the U.S. traveled to El Salvador on his own dime to kind of learn about that, which is very bullish news as well, to see if individual states start picking up BTC and putting it in their own treasury. That would be pretty cool to see, and definitely a huge step in the right direction. So they give a couple examples here, and like I said, this is kind of backwards from all the different crypto influencers that are currently out there. From the videos that I have watched, and I haven't watched every single influencer, but the majority of them are saying that they are straight up in hold mode. HODL mode, they sold some of their tokens, which I agree with the FTX thing. They sold some of their Solana, but for the most part, they are in HODL mode. They're not going to be purchasing Bitcoin because they expect one more huge leg down in the overall crypto space. And, you know, that could be 100% true, but even myself in my Discord channel, if you want to check it out, you can get some of my 2 cents. I pass out a lot of my thoughts in my Discord channel. If you go to my Twitter, it's the top link there. It's also in the link in the description below. I posted this news earlier, which I'm recording about how El Salvador said they're going to buy one Bitcoin every day starting tomorrow. And I also said, as you can tell from the new channel that I just created, which is the buy alert, I'm also starting to dollar cost average into the market too. So it is something not only El Salvador is doing, but your boy Crypto Elite is doing the same thing. Every single day I am purchasing, as you can see from the buy alert channel, I am purchasing crypto because I think right now is a good time to start averaging in. So very unlike what the advice of the larger crypto influencers are doing, that's just what I'm doing. So right now, as you can see, the market is trading pretty sideways, and this is on the 15-minute chart. So if we zoom out a little bit, we can still see that ever since that FTX news came out, we've been on a consistent slide. So that is once again the 15-minute, but this makes more sense when you start zooming out to 1 day. You can start to see where we are in retrospect to the massive bull run and where we were before the last bull run, which is kind of hard to see in the 1 day. So let's zoom out even more to the 1 week. And then the chart gets a little bit smaller, more condensed. So we can see the top of the previous bull run was somewhere in that 19 to 20K zone, and the bottom's a good level of support or resistance, depending on how you want to look at it for the time frame. It's between 11 and 12,000. So I imagine if we do have another leg down, we'll continue to slide to that 11K range, that $11,000 range. With that being said, where we are right now is still a very good number if you're predicting in the long term, which I am in crypto for the long term. Just getting back up to the all-time highs is already more than a 3x gain from where we currently are. So I am okay with starting to average in, knowing that in the future, and maybe not even that far of a future, we're going to be in another bull cycle, and we have not hit the all-time highs that there will be in the future. So that is a guaranteed 3x from where I am currently. That's my 2 cents on my averaging in right now, and I do kind of agree with the crypto influencers. I am not averaging in with everything right now. It is small chunks, but much like what El Salvador is doing, it's small but steady. So that is my 2 cents on the overall market right now, and that can be said for the other cryptos as well. So there's a lot more out there than just BTC that would be worthwhile at these prices to start averaging in. One thing that I'm going to start soon is a somewhat focused portfolio on 10xers. So on cryptos that I think will at least jump up 10x or more in the future. So that is something to come soon. And like I said, I'm starting to average in on these cryptos now, because I think now is the time to make at least 10x gains or more. So in summary, guys, I just wanted to give you that updated news from El Salvador and what I am doing as well. If you're into this content, please like and subscribe to the channel, and you can purchase one of the Crypto Elite Creator Passes as well. This gets you exclusive access